Hi there, welcome to the quarter to three live stream of Starfleet Armada, not the one you might be thinking of. Isn't there a Star Trek themed tactical spaceship combat game? That's Starfleet Armada, right? Well, for whatever reason, maybe I'm misremembering that. This is also Starfleet Armada, but colon Rogue Adventures. Is Starfleet in Star Trek one word or two words? Is that how they get away with being Starfleet Armada? So this is going to be a lot of numbers, a lot of little tiny maps, a lot of lists. Here are my stats. I expect you to memorize all those. I'll leave them up there for a second. Okay, you got it? It's going to be on the test later. A lot of math, basically. Left Empty says I'm playing the SETI client. It's the search for extraterrestrial intelligence. This is there's a Wing Commander Armada as well, Chris Hornbossel says. Right, yeah, like an arena combat game. Oh, real quick update. You can find me on Twitter at QT3, where I will announce these live streams and maybe occasionally post things, tweet things. Things that I write, longer form, they tend to be more than 140 characters, are at quarterto3.com. And if you enjoy this stream or the stuff that's at quarterto3.com, I've got a Patreon campaign at patreon.com/TomChick, because that's my name. Now, with any luck, we might actually get to combat today. With a little luck and minimal Tom-splaining, we might get to see a battle. The reason I'm playing this, there's a game called Long Journey Home that recently came out. And Long Journey Home is also kind of a roguelike space adventure, but Long Journey Home consisted repeatedly of me dying and dying and dying and dying again. I would run out of resources. I would pancake into the ground and lose all my ships. My guys would starve. Somebody would get a broken leg and die. I couldn't make any headway. It looked pretty, but there was not a lot of actual progression in my experience. Maybe I wasn't doing something right. Starfleet Command, Space Rumsfeld says. That was the Star Trek game. Starfleet Armada, then. So I guess I'm conflating that with Wing Commander Armada. Yeah. All right. So Long Journey Home was just prohibitively punishing. This, on the other hand, is just full of little drip feeds of rewards. And they have a very similar gameplay structure in that you're trying to get a spaceship somewhere. And in the course of doing that, you play little mini games to represent spaceshipy kind of stuff. So, I'll just show you real quick. I can't avoid the Tom-splaining. Here's the whole universe, the galaxy, whatever. Here's me. Each of these bands represents an increasing difficulty level. And over here, the Zork live at Piscium. My objective by the year 2500, which is, let's see, 100 times. Am I correctly doing math? Let's see, 10. Is that 1,000 turns? No. Someone do that math for me. If we're going three places past the decimal, and each 001 is a turn, how many turns do I have before I hit 2,500? At any rate, by 2,500, and I've gotten nowhere near to that yet, I have to get over here and destroy the Zork Starbase. Oh, and a quick reminder, I will be doing a drawing for Request Wednesday at 7 p.m. Pacific in about an hour. So if you've got something you'd like to see me stream, just vote for it in the chat channel. Or if you're watching this recorded, just enter into the comment section, I vote for, in the name of a game you'd like to see me stream. Mondays at 7 p.m. Pacific, we'll do a drawing, and that'll be streamed Wednesday at 6 p.m. So I have to get across here, and of course, this being the farthest band, it's the most difficult out here. Along the way, there are other empires who have various feelings about me. These guys couldn't care less about me. The Eridani and, oh no, wait, the Kepler and the Quiz, they couldn't care less about me. These guys aren't really into me. The Mal Aries and the Dreevers. Harmonics also don't really care about me. The Trivalas, of course, they kind of like me. We're sort of buddies. Here's the diplomacy stuff. Each of these races also has a rebel faction. So guess what? If these guys don't like me, fine. Screw them. I'll just buddy up to the rebel faction. All right, each of these dots is a little system, and each of these systems has up to 10 bands, or orbitals they call them, around a central sun. And some of them might have planets. And then furthermore, they have these features. And I can mouse over them on the map, or I can mouse over them here. So down here, this photon nebula, which one does it correspond to? It's this one here. And in that little green box, there are requirements for me to go to this photon nebula. Why do I want to go to a photon nebula? Actually, let's go to a closer one. You'll note traveling. There's a travel time, and that is the resource in this game. If this had been FTL, then some evil spaceships would be coming up behind me, and they would keep pushing me across over this way. The only thing pressuring me here is time. If I run out of time without destroying the starbase, I lose. Now, whether I win or lose, by the way, I get a score. And there's a high score list in this game. Yep. It maintains your score. And if you win, you get a score bonus. So you want to win. All right, so in this system, for me to go to this photon nebula, which I'm going to do, why do I want to go there? Well, here's what this game is going to look like. And boy, you guys brace yourself for some, let's say, remarkable artwork. Did I tweet this? Yeah, I think I did. All right, we're going to go to this photon nebula and hopefully get some energy crystal kind of things. We meet all the requirements. Here's a percentage, shows you difficulty, like basically the risk-reward equation. And here's what you're going to get. I'm going to get gas extract out of a photon nebula. And here I go. Oh, shoot a monkey. Stop. The controller isn't plugged in. Oh, my God. I'm having to use a keyboard to do this. This is terrible. This is the worst thing ever. The keyboard. Oh, God. Abort. Get out of there. Shoot a monkey. Dagnabbit. All right. Well, that was a wasted run. Can I reload? Oh. What's the deal with the controls? Dadgummit, I didn't have the controls set. Oh, I'm so angry. I wasted a perfectly good photon nebula run. So you'll now note this photon nebula already explored. I missed the opportunity to get gas extract. Fortunately, there's other photon nebulae. Let's go to this one. What you just saw, here's what that should have looked like. All right, we're going to this photon nebula. We're going to shoot lightning bolts and get gas extract from them. Now, this is early in the game. I haven't progressed a lot. My little shuttle kind of sucks. My weapons are terrible. I'm slow. But at least I'm not going to take damage this time. I haven't gotten a single extract yet. You're supposed to shoot the lightning bolts. Yep. All right, there we go. Any damage that I took will be repaired using this resource. Little repair kits. I've got 56 as a capacity. 47 of them have been used because I banged my shuttlecraft. Was it a shuttlecraft? What do you call it? Yeah, that's a lander. I banged my shuttlecraft into nebula lightning, and it took damage. It had to get repaired. All right, let's try one more photon nebula. You know what? Let's do an asteroid field. An asteroid field is the same thing as a photon nebula, except instead of gas extract, you get mineral extract. Now here, this is going to look, oh, this is much better. Difficulty level, 17%. Check out this reward level, 1%. I'm sorry, minerals. Crystals. We're going to get crystal extract out of an asteroid. Here we go. And I don't want to bang into the actual asteroid pieces. Oh, there was one I just missed. You'll see little colored dots. There, I just got something. So far, this has not been...
50%.
Yeah, the computer's warning me that I'm damaged.
Armor at 25%.
Dagnabbit. All right, well, now I just need to not hit things. All right. I got from there one common power crystal from that little run. What do I do with a common power crystal? What was I going to do with gas extract? Oh, hold that thought. Let's go to the other asteroid fields. There's one down here. Now, I've got a sensor radius. See that? As I fly near things, I sensor them. Sensor them. That's incorrect. I sense them. Basically, I know more information about them. So because I flew near this asteroid field, I know a little bit. Why isn't the tooltip coming up? I know a little bit. Oh, I know its difficulty level and reward level, roughly. All right, so we're going to fly there. Here we go. Let's try to get some energy crystals. I missed one. And remember, if I take damage, I'm using up my repair kits.
50%.
There, just got something. I can lose the whole lander, by the way, or the whole shuttle as well. And I've got 3 of these shuttles. They're very expensive. All right, that's about right. I got 1 rare power crystal. Let's see what else is nearby. And you'll note there's a little spaceship icon saying, hey, dummy, you visited here. No reason to go back. Oops. I'll tell you in a minute what I'm going to do with these crystals. I think I got something there. Oh, no, I can see at the bottom what I picked up, which at this point is nothing. Oh, look, there's something. Watch. I'm going to get it. I'm going to get it. Sweet. I'm going to get that one. Oh, missed it. Dagnabbit. I got research units. All right, what are research units? So if you recall, when I mouse over things, there's a required level for me to visit that thing, to basically do that mini game. What if I don't meet that level? For instance, here, for me to go to this barren planet, which is right here, I can't even say that word without thinking of Donald Trump's son anymore. I need an archaeology level of 1, I need a cargo level of 1, exploration level of 1, planet lander level of 1, but my away team, I require 6 of them. That's not a level, that's a number of them. If I don't meet those requirements, what is a guy going to do? All right, up here you see, in addition to my repair kits and my fuel, I use fuel when I'm traveling between these systems. As long as I faff about in here, why is my fuel down? I don't think I use fuel if I'm faffing around in here. Also over here, so fuel, repair kits, look at this, research units. And you'll note in that asteroid field, I grabbed a couple of them. Here's my space bucks. Here's a cool, this game is just cram full of detail, which, this is a little indie development. The developers called, dadgummit, what were they, Blue Blaze? I meant to look up the name. I'm not convinced that some of the detail is meaningful, but I admire what they're trying to do. Look at this. Each of these races has its own currency. For me to buy things from them, some things from them, I need to use their currency, and I can cash in my currency for theirs. But here's the galactic currency. And then here are my shuttles. Oh, wait. There's the shuttles. They're the landing crafts. Here are my exploration probes. This is how big an away team I have, and this is my science level. What's this about science level? Look here. Here is the character tree. These are all my levels. Oh, look at all these skills. And at the bottom, it tells you just what they do. On the right, you can see what my level is in that skill. And on the left, you can see you can spend points. However, the points don't always determine the level. And the text explains why. In the case of archaeology, I've got 1 point, it's level 1. Very straightforward. Logistics doesn't work like that. Logistics is basically a matter of how many ships you can have. Battle is a level of how many points you put into it, plus how many warships you have. Cargo, how many points have you put into it, plus how many cargo ships do you have. And all this is explained down here. So when you mouse over a celestial phenomenon, and you see, oh my gosh, I can't go there yet, which isn't going to be the case in our starting system, here is where you spend research units to raise these levels. And this little number here is the amount of research units you have to spend to go up a level. We've got 97. I'm going to actually, wait, let me look at my fleet here. Logistics 5 to add a new ship. All right, well, that's pointless. Actually, I'm not going to spend anything, but if I had spent things, I could be doing things like giving my shuttle more armor, making it fire faster, increasing my cargo capacity. So we're going to just muck around this system. We're basically going to get the stuff out of it we need. Then we're going to move to another system, and as needed, we're going to level up our different things. What are they called? Skills? Stats? Yeah, I guess they're called stats. All right, watch this. Now I'm going to shoot. This time I'm going to earn stuff. Oh, look, there's something. Dadgummit, I missed it. There's something. Missed it. Missed it. Oh my gosh, there's so much stray resources in here. There's
75%.
All right, well, I got nothing. Terrible nebula run. I should be leveling things up. Hold on 1 second. Is it battle level that makes my shots... Increases firing rate of your away team. Planet lander, bullet damage and range. Where do I... Is it sensor level? Now, I've got this in a little tiny window. If I hit F1, it goes full screen. But F1 breaks the font size, where fonts will cover important information, at least on my screen resolution. The dev said he's fixing that in a patch that he said he was going to release last night. No sign of it yet. So I'm having to play this in a little tiny window, and I have to get real close to the screen to see what's what. So I feel your pain. If you're watching this in a YouTube window and you're having trouble seeing what's what, Yep, I'm with you. You know what? Dadgummit, whatever. Okay, let's go. Let's go to the sun. This is fuel here. To get more fuel, we run alongside the sun. Bo asks, can we vote at any time? Yes, for Request Wednesday, you can vote at any time. Just type into the chat, I vote for, and the name of your game, and the inimitable Mr. Markinson will take down your vote. Otherwise, if you're watching a recording of this, just type into the comment section, I vote for, and the name of your game. Okay, so let's go to the sun. Oh, Captain, we recommend waiting until the current event is over. All right, here's an event. There's always one event. The frequency of solar flares while exploring suns is increased. So basically, you're going to get hurt more often when you go to a sun. All right, so fine. We're going to take their advice and not go there. It's time to go to the planets. What else? A comet. Okay, let's go to Halley's Comet. This damaged ship, it's like a derelict ship. You go in and you fight. Your away team fights aliens and repairs things and puts out fires. It's like FTL when you get boarded. I don't really have the size of an away team yet to do that stuff, and that's what that red text is telling me. Comets are easy. I'm really good at comets. Here we go. Comets give you research units. Now, I want to get my speed. Let's see, where's the speed? There we go. All right, you go as fast as you can behind a comet, and you just shoot its butt. And when you shoot the comet's butt, science falls out of it. And you pick up the science. It's that easy. Watch this. Wait, oh, shoot, I missed a piece of science. There.
75%.
I'm really good at comets. Sweet. All right, we got 15 science research units out of that comet, which added to, I think, well, we had 97 before. So I can do lots of leveling up. Now, the starting research units is tied to the difficulty level. And I think I'm playing, the tutorial says, hey, play it very easy. I did that, I eventually restarted, and now I think I'm on moderate. All right, I've got lots of science that I should probably spend. You know what, I'm going to. All right, let's get my away team. The way you increase the size of your away team is you level up your transporters. Is that right? This text. Let's see. We want to get it 2 levels up. All right, so the first level is going to cost 15. Now it's going to cost 20. And now we have an away team size of 3. So we are no longer... Hey. Oh, we need fleet. Okay. We have an away team size that can go there, but we're full up on crew. One of the things you get at a ship like this is the crew members who you rescue. They come join you, but I don't have room to take them on. So it's saying, hey, you're going to waste potential crew members. This has got a Sid Meier's Pirates kind of thing going. Whoa, look at, I maxed out my transporter level. All right, that's fine. Let's see. Let's spin these a little bit more judiciously. None of these. Let's see. Oh, engineering. This is what gives me the firing rate. Increases the firing rate of your shuttlecraft lander speed. Okay, we're going to give that a point. Exploration level. We'll give that a point. Impulse engine, don't care about. Science, let's go ahead and do this because it kind of booms up the number of these points that you get. Center level. Warp drive. It's the amount of fuel, I think. Increases range. Oh, okay. Decreases time it takes to get around. Zoology level is for capturing hostile creatures. All right, we're just going to leave that there for the time being. Now let's go land on some planets. Okay, we have 2 planets here. A magma planet and a barren planet. Have we not censored either one of them? No. We can see the magma planet. These things show us each planet will have nodes. And a node is a place that you land and pick up stuff. So let's go to the magma planet first. Now, I can see in the box on the bottom right, it's the severity of its weather, its earthquakes, I think they call that tectonics, and its heat. So this is a very hot planet, but there is antimony, nickel, silver, rhodium, and an unknown energy spike. We at least want that unknown energy spike. Oh, it has been censored. That's why we can see the nodes. All right, so let's fly over here. We do have all the requirements to orbit it. We are orbiting it, and we're going to get a whole new screen. All right, here's this magma planet. Here are its stats that we saw. It's super hot. Here is these are our resources. We don't have any. These numbers, by the way, are the value of the resource on the galactic market. So resources are minerals, gases, and rare junk. We don't have any life forms aboard. So this is basically our inventory management because we're going to go down to the planet. We're going to pick up stuff. Here is our shuttle lander. It does not have any defenses. This is its gun. It has 10 armor points. It can carry 20 cargo units, and it carries 6 crew members. And crew members and armor are basically a type of damage. So there are 3 nodes. We're going to first, now each node, it tells us what we can expect to find there. It also tells us the time of day at that node. And the time of day determines the visibility. So let's go ahead and explore these for a little bit and let it get brighter when we go get this energy spike. So let's land down here. This node right here with 1 piece of rodnium. And we can see over here that rodnium's worth 50. That actually is worth landing to get. But it's going to be a hot planet. We're probably going to take damage. So we're going to pass some time on the first node. I just hit the number. And I'm running around. Oh, shoot, that's lava.
Armor at 75%.
All right, this is not a good planet to be running around on.
Armor at 50%.
Dagnabbit, this is a terrible planet. I think I might have to bail. Okay, there's a resource out on that lava, as I can tell by this arrow. Oh, that's not lava. Shoot. All right, we got to get out of here. That was a terrible planet because of the temperature. I don't have enough protection against those temperatures. So we're just going to go ahead and get this energy spike and then bail. Now, I've got this arrow because you can start it with 3 artifacts. And one of the artifacts I have is a planetary lander finder. All right, so we found that energy spike, and it had these items. A vial of holy water and a God's Eye statue. And it's too hot of a planet for me to be faffing about there, so I'm going to back out. We're leaving now this orbit. So what were those little holy relics we got? What was the deal with those? All right, here, each of these races has different stats, like they value different kinds of things. And they will pay in their local money different amounts of money for different types of inventory items. So we just found basically things that a theocracy will like. So if we later go to one of these systems that has a theocracy and we sell those things that we found, we'll get money. So those are basically just little treasures. All right, what else can we do there? This planet looks gonna, this is gonna be, well, it's still pretty hot. Well, let's go check it out anyway. It's also got an energy spike we want to pick up. Energy spikes are basically treasure chests. Sorry, I'm missing the chat channel. JC Lebedev says, what makes this a rogue? Chris Markinson asks, would this be considered a Starflight clone? Very much a Starflight clone. It's a roguelike in that it has the 3 things that I believe a roguelike requires. I'll tell you what those are in a second, but yes, it's very much a Starflight clone. The developer has invoked FTL as an inspiration. I'm reminded of a game. I can't remember the name of it. It had some terrible name. Something like Dog Colony Starfinder, where you fly a ship around with frozen colonists in your cargo bay. And you go to different planets. This is like some 80s era, DOS era video. It was on my Apple IIgs, I believe. Dog Stars something or other. Shoot, I don't remember what it was called. Does anybody know what I'm talking about? At any rate, this reminds me of that, kind of, but with a military bent, where you're trying to build up a military fleet to go destroy this starbase across, let me go into orbit here, the starbase across the map from you. It has the word dog in it, I'm pretty sure. Dog Colony Revival. What the heck was that? All right, so what makes this a roguelike? It has the 3 things that a roguelike requires. They all conveniently begin with the letter P. The 3... Whoops. Did I not go into orbit? Oh, I didn't land. Right. The 3 Ps of a roguelike... Actually, let me see if I can remember this. Procedural generation. All right, so here we are. This planet is pretty hot. Oh, shoot. Quit hitting things. Now, our planetary lander hasn't picked up the signal yet.
Armor at 50%.
Dagnabbit. So whenever we land, or whenever we take off, we repair the lander. Now I'm using, this has stupid tank controls, which are really annoying. So what's to stop us? So first of all, when we repair, it uses up our repair kits. Oh, shoot. All right, I got to take off. All right, so what's to stop me from just going up and down as required as many times as I want? Well, the limit on repair kits is one of the things. Also, each time you land, it takes 2 time units, which is no big deal, but you know, everything in this comes down to, is it worth the time you're spending? You'll note it's now nighttime. My visibility is cut down. Not really an issue for me because I took a planetary lander finder. So my red arrow will pop up when I get within a certain radius of the energy spike. When you start the game, you can bring 3 artifacts with you. And the artifacts available to you are unlocked through repeated playthroughs. So that is a long-term progression. Ah, is it up here? No? And that's something that I feel roguelikes require, some sort of long-term progression, because they also require permadeath. And not require, but it's sort of what I think of. Shoot. Permadeath is inherently frustrating, so they make up for that with some sort of long-term progression. Even if I die, I'm progressing towards unlocking stuff. And the things you unlock, ancient civilization relic and a bag of rare currency coins. Someone will hopefully pay dearly for those. So there is permadeath here, in that I die, I don't back up and reload. Although I think you can, actually. But when you die, you unlock, you progress towards unlocking additional artifacts you can start your next game with. That's the long-term progression. And then the final P is it has procedural generation. It is kind of a crappy planet, but I do feel we can come down here. What is zinc? Zinc is kind of crappy. Antimony. Is it antimony? Antimony? I don't know how you say that. Cobalt. Yeah, let's go ahead and land here. We might as well. Oh, Neptunium. There's a bunch of Neptunium here. All right, well, while they've got good daylight, let's land at these nodes. And you can see in the upper right-hand corner my cargo capacity as I'm picking things up. Sometimes I pick something up, it says I got a bonus item. That's based on my science level. If you have a high science level, picking up an object, things are hidden. Wait. Yeah, this little texture here, things can be hidden under there. And unless you have a lander finder, you wouldn't see it. Shoot, I hit an earthquake and a lightning bolt. All right, 19 out of 20. Let's go ahead and take off. When we land again, it'll drop us right there. Now it has dropped into our stores. You can see we're getting some resources. Left Empty says, I'm not a fan of long-term progression. Do those artifacts matter much? Yes, they matter very much. In that, here's one of my issues with this game's tuning. Some of them seem comparatively useless. Like, why would you ever, you can do something minor like take, one of the artifacts makes you take less damage in a nebula. And you guys saw me doing those nebula runs. I would take a little bit of damage and it would use up some of these kits. So that takes one of the 3 artifacts you can choose. Why would you choose that over something that is far more useful in more situations? Like the fact that you can only take 3 and there's no comparative weight to the different artifacts makes no sense to me. Some of the artifacts you would never take those. That's dumb. I could see if they gave you like, hey, here are 10 points you can spend on artifacts, some more expensive than others. That would make sense, but that's not what this game does. It just gives you a whole list of artifacts. You choose 3 of them, and there's some very powerful ones unlocked at the start of the game, including this lander finder. Because if I didn't have this lander, planetary lander finder, when I landed, I wouldn't get this arrow. I would have to drive around looking for these dots. And if it's nighttime, by the way, you can see your viewing radius is shorter. Shoot. Sundog's Legacy. Is that right? Did anyone tell me in the chat channel what that game was I was thinking of? I'm going with Sundog's Legacy. I think that's right. Legacy of the Sundog. So these little maps here are squares, and I've sort of figured out, okay, dadgummit. I've sort of figured out, just run along, dadgummit. All right, I gotta get out of there. I've sort of figured out, just go around the edges of the square and your planetary lander finder will pick up anything once you do a certain pattern around the edges of the square. All right, so let's go look for some of this Neptunium. Zinc is hardly worth chasing down. We'll grab some Neptunium here, because this place is lousy with it. Now this Neptunium is hidden under the sand, but because we have the finder, we found it. Here's what it normally looks like. Wait for that fire. Dagnabbit.
Armor at 25%.
Shoot. All right, we got to bail. Do I want to go back down? No, we're out of repair kits. All right, so now that we're out of repair kits, now what? Okay, well, let's leave orbit. If there had been life forms, by the way, we could hunt for life forms. Sundog's Frozen Legacy. Thank you, Tom MC. That's exactly what I was thinking of. That's what this reminds me of. Okay, we have resources now. If we level up, which one of our skills? One of these skills, as one of these skills levels up, and the tooltip tells you, I think it's going to be, is it engineering? One of the commerce. Yeah, okay. As you level up commerce, some of these become useful. You can craft them into things like fuel, and I think even repair kits. Yeah, repair armor and fuel. So if I level up commerce to level 2, iron, which I don't have any of, I can just, whenever I want, convert it into repair kits. At level 3, Regilium, which is this stuff down here, can turn into fuel. And then further levels lets you craft, makes things useful, other things more useful. Wise, I think the red means that at some point on the leveling up of your commerce, it can become useful. Although that doesn't make sense here because Regilium, I don't know what the red means versus the blue. There's a 100-page PDF manual with this game and a tutorial, both of which are pretty good. All right, so we pretty much exhausted the usefulness of this. What are we going to do with all these things if we can't craft them? Well, oh, and look here. Here are the 3 artifacts I took. My lander finds more crystals. Okay. Lander radar. I was calling it a finder. Shuttle asteroid sensor enhancer. Increases the chance of finding crystals in an asteroid field. All right. So these are the different artifacts that I started with. And there are maybe 30 of them unlocked. And I'm guessing the screen has maybe 100 of them all told. I don't have any passengers. I haven't captured any life forms. Here are the resources. These are the treasures. Wait, where'd they go? These are the treasures I've picked up and the types of people who like them. Monotheists like these, atheists like these things. So when I go to other empires, I can sell them. All right, so we've pretty much done all we can do in this area. Because of a random event, there's always one in effect. Suns are more dangerous, and it recommends, oh, get it, son of a bitch, is the name of the event, S-U-N. And it's recommending, don't go to the sun yet. Wait for that event to expire. How long will the event last? Ends on, okay, so 5:30. So we've got another 425 turns before that is done. So we've kind of exhausted what's going on in this system. Do I want to go to this scout ship? Yes, because I've lost crew members. When you take damage, like when my shuttle was getting damaged, crew members were also dying. So let's go do this damaged scout ship event. All right, what is this one? Oh, that's a comet. I thought it was a ship. Right, that's the comet I explored. All right, we're going to go here. Now, this is the event I've done the least. I'm on the shakiest ground here. Let's see. I think we have to repair and not fight something. Yeah, good. Okay. All right, we're sending our away team down. You can equip them with different weapons. We have 2 damaged rooms and 3 fires we need to put out. So, let's... how do I switch? I want to switch from my phaser to my repair
Laser
kit.
gun, fire extinguisher.
All right, we're going to land and put out fires. We start in a transporter room, which is right here. Here's a fire. All right, this also uses tank controls. I would much rather use absolute directional inputs on this gamepad's analog stick. That's not supported in the game, unfortunately. When I complained about that in the Steam forum, the developers like, yeah, that's something I might consider. All right, you can also use a mouse and keyboard. There are different ways you can control these things. Actually, I should probably use a mouse and keyboard for this. Yeah, we'll try it. All right.
Crew on fire. Crew on
Oh,
fire.
shoot.
Crew on fire. Crew on fire.
Wait.
Crew on toolbox. Crew on fire. Crew phaser. Crew on fire.
Why?
Crew on fire.
No,
Laser gun.
this is
Ultrasonic gun. Crew on fire. Toolbox. Phase. Laser. Ultrasonic fire extinguisher.
What the?
Crew on fire. Crew on.
Is it my keyboard? Shoot, I do have it on the keyboard. Dagnabbit.
Crew on fire.
Oh. How do I use? What's the use?
Oxygen level at 75%.
Shoot, what is the use button on the keep... Oh, I'm so angry.
Crew on
Ah!
fire. Crew on fire.
Shh.
Oxygen level at 50%.
Where is... My crew is going to burn to death. They're running out of oxygen.
Oxygen level at 25%.
What's the use key? Oh, I'm so angry at this dumb game.
Oxygen depleted.
I couldn't abandon ship because the transporter rooms were on fire, and because... I'm going to rage quit. I couldn't figure out what button fires, which is... I was going to use my fire... Oh, I'm so angry. Oh, I'm so mad at this dumb game. All right, well, let's see. What the heck? Well, I'm not using the keypad. I mean, the gamepad for that. Hold on, I gotta look at these controls. Stupid. All right. Mouse and keyboard. How do I find the control inputs? That's gamepad settings. Oh, my poor crew. They just went over there and burned to death. All right, well, we're just going to put that on keyboard. And why wasn't the gamepad working? All right, we're going to stick with that. Anyway, that's not how that was supposed to go. All right, let's see. So we are now going to leave this star system. There's nothing there for us. We can't, these other 3 planets aren't quite within range. So we're going to have to move over here to the more difficulty bracket. But we're just going to use that to come back down to these 2 easy spots here. So, Arcturus, you'll probably now see things that I can't do. Look, if I want to go into this ion anomaly, my sensor level has to be 3. It's only 2. So I can't do that yet. What else do we have here? Let's see, a blue gas giant. Gas giants are a great place to get research. As a matter of fact, I feel like I should just land there real quick. All right, so plenty of planets. They haven't been in sensor range, so I can't see what kind of nodes are there. Asteroid fields. This anomaly is a great way to get science. I actually might run over there. Or maybe go to this damaged ship. All right, we're going to mess around here. Okay, first I'm going to go to, I guess, this asteroid field, which I need better shields. All right, so I'm going to raise shields and exploration level. Shield, sensor, exploration. We're going to level those up. All right, shield is going to take 10 points out of our 47. Exploration, another 10 points. And sensor is another 10 points as well. All right, so there. We've spent those. Each time we spent those, this leveled up and gave us some additional bonus in that area. Let's go do this asteroid field first. I'm so mad about that stupid damaged ship being unable to put out the fires. Ugh. You know, oh, there's the controls. Look. And I actually have the manual right here on my iPad. I'm going to look this up. Controls. You know what? I'll figure that out later. All right. All right, well, I know the controls for this. Okay, we're just shooting asteroids. Haha, I picked something up. Stupid game. Just hit something. Oh, shoot, missed it. Ow. Alright, I got 1 rare power crystal. So, in the nebulas, you get gas crystal things. Here, you get power crystal things. Gas extract, I think is what it's called in the nebula. These are called power crystals. What do you do with these? Alright, this is my fleet. You can have up to 10 ships. I start out with 4. When my logistics goes up, I can unlock a slot for a 5th, and so on. There are 5 different kinds of ships in this game. I start with 1 of each, except for I don't have a carrier yet, like an aircraft carrier ship, spacecraft carrier. But I do have a combat ship, a cargo ship, a transport for crew, and a science vessel. Each of these has different. They all have weapons. They all fight, but they also have special abilities. Basically, the battle cruiser is just hardcore fighting. The cargo ship determines how much stuff I can carry. The transport ship determines how many crew members I can carry around. And the science vessel determines how effective I am at earning these research units. Now, I start with these ships being small, and that's basically the first class. There are 4 classes and or sizes of ships, and the size determines the modules you can equip with it. all of these are size small, therefore level 1, and they can only take level 1 modules. If I want to put better modules in them, if I want to put a level 2 module in one of these ships, I need to size it up from small to medium, and that's class 2. Eventually they go from medium to large, class 3. Eventually they can become huge, class 4, and you can put any modules in them. And that's what these X's are here. They're different types of modules, and I unlock a new column each time I size it up. So right now they can only have these 2 modules, level 1, and they determine what special abilities they do. If I want to size this ship up, which I do, I want this to go from small to medium as soon as I can do that. It's an important part of leveling, just like all these stats we were increasing. Look what it requires. The power crystals that you get from asteroid fields, the gas extract you get from nebula, and fuel extract that you get from the surface of planets. Once you have enough, that's the screen here showing the requirement, if you also have an upgrade module, which you can either buy or get from combat, then you level the ship up. Now, the battle cruisers are the toughest to level up. Let's look, for instance, at the cargo ship. That's probably a more realistic goal. Not quite. What about the science ship? Here, we're close to being able to level this up. We just need to run through a few more asteroid fields and get an upgrade module. Once you upgrade a ship, in addition to being able to equip better modules, its stats increase. It goes faster, it has more hit points. Hit points are armor. It has more crew members. Remember, crew members is a type of health. The weapons are more effective. And there are something like 30 weapon types in this game, which are all just an interaction of shields and weapons. There are no special, like weapons are just math. The weapons in this are just spreadsheets as far as range and damage and how they interact with the different shields, for the most part. There are also special ability modules you can do over here that, in addition to these modules, give them an uber ability. For instance, right now, the only one I have, these little double X's right here, where you would slot those, my science vessel can increase the weapon range by 20% for 5 seconds during combat. I've got one of these that I started with. Here are the stats for my lander. So that's why we want to go through those asteroid fields and nebula. That's why we pick up the little blobs when we're planet side. Okay, so what is nearby here? Let's go grab some science from an ion anomaly. Oh, wait, you guys are voting for something I'll say bad things about. Left Empty says, is voting for Approaching Infinity. Approaching Infinity is very much like what this game is trying to do. Although I would say Approaching Infinity, some of the issues this game has, Approaching Infinity has infinitely more. I mean, I appreciate what they're trying to do in Approaching Infinity, but God, that was rough. At least my experience with it when it first came out. All right, the Ion Anomaly, this is another type of mini game. It's going to be like a puzzle. This here, I have 2 probes. So I can use up to 2 spaceship probes here, space probes. What I do with a probe is I shoot it through this anomaly. What the frick? Oh, okay, I had the controller down. I'm basically angling this probe. I'm going to the mouse and keyboard. I'm angling this probe right here. How do I go up and down? No. Oh, can't I just look up the dang controls? What is it? I don't think I actually have the keyboard enabled for this. All right. So along the left side of the screen, I'm angling this probe from an origin point to a destination point. And then I'm going to fire it through here. And the number of these research things that I basically touch is the amount of research I gather. So here is an easy straight line, and here is an easy straight line. So we're going to take 2 shots through this probe and get a bunch of research. Through this anomaly. We have 2 probes. So here's our first probe. And oh man, I'm so mad. My science level wasn't high enough to do 2 shots through here. Dagnabbit. It's annoying. Well, I got 13 research. Look at what is straight. That would have been, yeah, that would have been 9. That would have also been 13. All right. And now it's, I visited it. So, shoot, I should have raised my science. Is science level increases your chance of getting, also increases your maximum research probes. Yeah, shoot, my science level wasn't high enough. All right, well, I'm not going to level that up yet because that's a wasted opportunity now. Okay, so we got some research units. What's nearby? This asteroid field. And this is for power crystals. Again, you can also find research units. And these are what I need to level up my ships. terrible run so far, but at least I've taken no damage and therefore used up no repair units. Oh, there, I almost got something. Okay, I think I did take a little bit of damage. Oh, yeah, I don't have any more of these. I need to get some repair kits. So if I can't make my own repair kits, where do I get them? Well, some of these, if I mouse over this after a minute, see on the right side, there's a list of all the stuff in there. You'll note there's a pirate outpost. I don't want to go there. Pirates are jerks. What about here in Beetlejuice? The distressed ship. You'll find star bases, like neutral star bases and outposts. Oh, out of my sensor range, of course. Pirate, right, we saw that one. What about Columbi? Pirate outpost, jerk pirates. Comai, I like James Comai. Small civilian outpost. All right, if we go there, we can sell stuff. We can buy repair units. We can buy fuel. We could sell those artifacts we got. We can buy more modules. It's even telling me what's available here. Let's see, vaporizer bombs, chemical bombs. Those are things battleships can equip. Republic Military Collection. That is an inventory item that military cultures will pay good money for. So I can basically trade. And life forms, they're selling Glypor turtles. You can also hunt life forms on planets. And if we look over here at the research, you can see what life forms they will buy. The K-Pleur, they'll take astroscorpions, volcanic amoeba, spastic clumaxers, and drever dolphins. They won't buy whatever that outpost was selling that I just saw. Rebels don't buy life forms. Don't be silly. All right, so let's see in here. We basically need more repair kits because I'm not going to be able to repair my shuttle or my lander craft, which means I can't do much else here. I don't want to go to the sun while the son of a bitch event is happening. I don't want to use my lander. Yeah, all right, so we got to beat feet and go get some more repair kits. And we're going to come up here. Actually, can I? Oh, I can't get there in one jump. Dagnabbit. All right, well, we have to do it. We don't have any choice. All right, so we're going to go there. Let's see, while we're here, is there anything worth doing? Nope, there's a pirate. So here are pirate fleets. All right, this is bad news. They have 2 small ships and 2 medium ships. If you recall, I'll just show you, our fleet consists of 4 small ships, and only one of them is an actual hardcore combat ship. So we're not in any shape to go fight that pirate stack. 1 small ship, 3 medium ships. Yeah, so we can't be doing any combat at this point. All right, so we are just passing through to Comets. You'll note this is using fuel. We're down to 19 fuel. We're down to 11 fuel. And we're going to go to the civilian outpost, which is right here. All right, look at all the stuff we can buy and sell. So here we buy fuel. Here we buy repair kits. We can refill our research probes because we used 1 of them. How come we can carry 6 probes? And then here's all the stuff that we've harvested that we can sell. Now, I'm not real clear about the economy in this game. Like in every game, does molybdenum sell for 16 and do you buy it for 32? And is there a game here, I presume there is, where you might fly to one place to buy stuff cheaply and then fly to another place and then sell it for a better price? That's got to be part of what's going on. But I haven't paid that much attention to this. What I'm just going to do, and you can also click on this. Like, let's say I want to keep molybdenum because I can use it for repairs. I can click a little lock there. But what I'm just going to do, I currently have 6,000 space bucks because I haven't spent any of what I've got. I'm going to sell everything. I'm just going to click this. I'm doing it. Don't try to stop me. All right, I got 894 space bucks from basically picking up junk. All right, I'm going to fill up on fuel for 580. I'm going to fill up on repair kits for 560. I'm going to replace my research probe for 400. And do I want to buy any of these things? I basically don't at this point. I could look at this. Here's another thing. So this is a Republic military collection. If I knew, for instance, that I was going to fly... Oops. So the K-Pleur and the Quees, let's see. Does either of them want military stuff? K-Pleur, where are they? They, was that Empire Military Collection 2000? Is that what was for sale? No, Republic Military Collection. Look at me, I'm confusing an Empire and a Republic. See what happens in Trump's America? At any rate, so if I wanted, I could look up how much of a profit could I make nearby picking this up and then selling it to another empire. I could also sell stuff that I've picked up. I could sell research units, but I'm not going to do that. That's crazy. Use that to level up. I'm going to go ahead and get another couple research probes. I don't know why I've got a capacity of 6. I guess my science level is high enough. All right, so while we're here, what else is there in this planet? So there's one barren planet. I don't have the archaeology or cargo level to visit it. There's a sulfurous gas giant, which would get us research. We want that. We can't go to the sun yet. Nebula, we're at the outpost. Okay, so we've got stuff we can do here. All right, watch this. I'm going to chase this comet. This is the mini game I'm best at. All right, boost my speed. And here we go. I am taking damage, but not getting any research out of this dumb comet. That's the worst comet. Come back, stupid comet. All right, worst comet run ever. And you'll note I took a little damage. Oh, it didn't use a repair kit. Make some armor. Let's turn my feet. It's 30. Oh, okay. Well, I guess you can take some damage with impunity? Or is it going to remember the damage next time? I don't know. All right, so we got nothing out of that. We got bupkis from the stupid comet. Let's come down here to this. Let's go ahead and raise our science level, because I'm always happy to raise science level. All right, we've got 30 research units. Raising our science level is going to cost 15. We'll go from 4 to 5. We want that, and that'll let us land on this. No, that'll let us go here into this nebula, and then get some more of those gas extract to level up our ships. So this is the same kind of thing that Long Journey Home does. But Long Journey Home, as I mentioned before, I'm trying to shoot lightning, believe it or not. There, I got something. Long Journey Home, the mini games are much more physics-based. Like it's playing Lunar Lander for one of them. You're flying a ship around that has inertia, I believe, like asteroids for another one of the mini games. This is much more goofy, arcadey, simple mini games, which I am fine with. Except for that stupid fix the damage ship. I'm still so mad at that. All right, this planet has been, we've censored it. It's been in our sensor range. So we can see it's nice and chilly. It's got no earthquakes, preponderance of lightning, but we can deal with that. Furthermore, there is an energy spike, and there's research units just lying around. We can get chlorine, each unit of which sells for 8. That's crappy. Fluorine, 28. That's what that sells for. And sulfur dioxide, 20. All right, so let's go here, and let's just pick up a whole bunch of stuff on this planet. Which looks like, yeah, so other than the lightning, things are going to be fine here. Let's get this energy spike first. Because I have that. This one's moving. Watch this. This is a little capsule flying around. Dagnabbit. Okay, we're gonna try to cut it off. Oh, shoot, you jerk. Come back here. Come back.
All planetary nodes have been cleared.
Oh, man, that's all? All right, so it had fuel in it. Now, somewhere along the way, we used 2 of our repair kits. I think that must have been the damage I took there from lightning. All right. Okay, let's go pick up. We want to look for places that are brightly lit. We're going to pick up the research units from node 6. There are 5 of them lying around here. It will tell us when we've got them all. So because of our science level, we got bonus research units there. And this will tell us, hey, everything's...
All planetary nodes have been cleared.
So that's cleared, so we leave there. We're going to visit each of these. Now, normally time of day would be a bigger deal, but I don't care because I have this little finder.
All planetary nodes have been cleared.
Quick reminder, it's almost Request Wednesday. If you've got something you'd like to see me stream, it can be something I've streamed before. Maybe you want to see more of this. Maybe you're curious how well I do this run. Vote for anything you like, as long as it's on Steam or as long as I have it on the PS4.
Armor at 75%.
Wait, why? What hit me?
All planetary nodes have been cleared.
All right, there's 1 research unit on node 4. Oh, shoot. You know what? No, that's right. Actually, I am screwing up. There's one node on. There's one unit on node 4. Let's go pick that up. And then I'm going to tell you why I screwed up. So if you recall, what I'm doing here, it doesn't use fuel. It just uses.
75%.
It uses time.
Have been cleared.
So if I go back to the ship, it takes 2 days. If, however, I just hit the hotkey to go to another node, I don't take off. I don't empty the shuttle bay if there was cargo in it. I just jump over to that part of the planet. And it takes less time. So I saved a day doing that rather than going back to the ship and then re-landing. So I've been screwing that up.
All planetary nodes have been cleared. Armor of 50%.
Oh, shoot. All right, well, luckily I've got the radar so I can see where I need to go. I like how the lightning does light up the night there. Isn't Light Up the Night the name of that horrible, the subtitle of that horrible Spider-Man play where Spider-Man kept dropping out of the rafters and getting hurt? Spider-Man Light Up the Night.
Armor at 25%.
Okay, and see there's still sulfur dioxide and chlorine here, but my armor's pretty damaged. I'm actually going to bail to repair. We're down to 39 repair kits. All right, let's just go, because now it's daytime. It drops us at the same place we were.
Armor
Oops.
at 75%.
Drove right into the lightning. There's still 10 sulfur
50%.
dioxide. And here's the last sulfur dioxide over here.
All planetary
And we're
nodes
jumping
have
over
been
to this
cleared.
node. Yep. Nighttime. I have 4 points out of 10 armor left. I've got 13 cargo filled out of my 20 cargo space. 18 cargo. Let's go back up to repair. We're now down to 33 repair kits. And we're going to land there again. All right. These tank controls are terrible. Ah, we got a common extract, which is stuff we need. Ah!
25%.
Which is stuff we need to upgrade our
Armor
ships.
destroyed.
Well, let's get out of there. Yeah, there's still plenty of stuff to get there, so we're landing again. So fortunately, the tectonics are calm, even though the weather's crappy on this planet. The temperature isn't hurting us. It's a nice chilly
Armor
planet.
at 75%.
What damaged me? I don't understand.
All planetary nodes have
All
been
right.
cleared.
We have just exhausted everything from... Find the name of this planet. So because it is in the 10th orbit and the system is Comets, Comets 10 has now been depleted. We've gotten everything we can from it. All right, this Ion Nebula over here. Here's this barren planet. Oh, all right, we're going to have to put 2 points of cargo. We have to raise our cargo level 2 points and our archaeology level 1 point. That's going to be a problem, because now to raise our cargo level, it's going to cost 10 and then 15. Oh, we can do that. Now, we're nowhere near maxing out at cargo, so that's actually not something we need to worry about yet. Well, we do want to go to this barren planet, right? And let's go ahead and do it. All right, so archaeology, put that up 2, and then cargo, put that up 2. And you'll note we can carry 160 units. Look what happens here. Now we can carry 210. And we're now down to 17 research units, so that precludes us leveling up some of our higher level skills. Our commerce sucks. All right, let's see. Nearby, let's go to this barren planet now that we can. We've got the repair kits. Let's see, we haven't visited, it hasn't been within sensor range, so we don't know its stats yet. All right, here we go. Everything middle of the road. The little tectonic activity is a little higher than I would like. There's an unknown energy spike. Yeah, okay. Let's go to the energy spike first, because remember, it's like a treasure chest. And we landed right by it. Oh, it's some lovely garden.
All planetary nodes have been cleared.
Unitary State Medal and a Republic badge. So certain races will like that. And rather than... why did I take off? Oops. All right, now we're going to jump over here where it's bright day. We're going to pick up some Neptunium. The obstacles, these little things that they're not just artwork. I mean, they are artwork. But if I drive over things, it slows me down. Watch this. Bom, 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 bom. So it does want you to navigate around obstacles and hazards. And sand, I can't see things. Things are hidden under sand. So if I didn't have this little lander finder, I don't know why you would ever not take the lander finder as one of your 3 artifacts. It just makes no sense to me.
All planetary nodes have been cleared.
Okay, we'll jump over here. We've still got... Oh, and you'll note our planet, when we raised up our cargo level, our lander capacity went from 20 to 30, which is now pretty full. We're going to land and finish off this area. All right, after this planet, we're going to draw for Request Wednesday. And maybe everybody's voting for this, and we'll do more Starfleet Armada Rogue Adventures on Wednesday. There's no telling. Ah, we hit an earthquake. You can see... Oh, that didn't damage us. Oh, all right. So our armor's still at 10. Armor's now at 6. All right, so we did take some... 8, sorry. We did take some damage there. Watch out for that stalagmite. All right, there's 15 zinc here somewhere.
Armor at 75%.
The main reason you want to be friendly with the other races is different races have different ships.
Planet lander cargo is full. All planetary nodes have been cleared.
So you want to get friendly with other races so you can buy their ships to give your fleet basically weapon variety. Because the whole offense-defense balance in combat, which I don't guess we're going to get to see, is kind of spreadsheety. And the way that you can take advantage of it is you get more ships with different weapon types. My ships will always have a nuclear missile and a plasma beam. So therefore, if I run into anything with nuclear shields and plasma shields, I'm going to be at a disadvantage. So it behooves me to round out my fleet with other races' ships that will have other kinds of weapons. These are the different types of damage. And in addition, there are different types of delivery. There are beams, there are particle weapons, there are missiles, there are pulse weapons. I think there's like 6 different types of delivery of 6 different types of damage. And that whole spreadsheety bit, you want when something has certain ships have certain defenses, certain races ships have certain weapons. You need to get some variety there. Otherwise, you might get screwed when you run up against ships with defenses good against your weapons. All right, let's see. So next, we're going to want to go to, we've got plenty of cargo left. All right, I'm going to do a drawing for Request Wednesday after going to, we did the Comet, right? Yeah, we've done everything. We've done everything here. The giant we're not going to go to. Ion Nebula. Okay, let's finish this system, this nebula, and then we're going to sell stuff, and then we'll do a drawing for Request Wednesday. All right, here we go. I'm really good at the nebula part. Shooting lightning. Oh, look, there's something stray. We're going to get it. Sweet. Nice. Very lucrative run here. All right, 3 exotic and 3 common and 3 research units. All right, let's see how close we are to being able to upgrade a ship. So it's going to be, like, I don't think you want to save up to upgrade your battle cruiser right off the bat. Upgrading these will it's easier to do. Oh, we don't have upgrade modules. I can't upgrade anything until I get those. And those, like I said, you either buy them or you get them in combat. I guess we're closest to being able to upgrade this. So our transport fleet, which gives us more crew capacity. I'd like to upgrade the science vessel, actually. So we need more fuel extract from planetary landings and more power crystals from asteroid fields. But mainly we need an upgrade module. In my experience is when you tend to find those in clumps. Like you don't find just one upgrade module. In the other game, in my first game, I basically found like 3 at once. And then I could buy some once you get farther into the galaxy. All right, let's see. We have one more thing we're going to do here. We're going to go sell and buy stuff. I'm just selling everything, so I'm at 45.54. There, that got us a nice profit. And I want to fill up on repair armor 590. I want to fill up on fuel. Normally you do runs past, and it's a different kind of mini game, runs past the sun to get fuel. And there's solar flares that pop out that you're avoiding. You're trying to collect things. It's basically like the asteroid game, except you're flying vertically up the screen. Stuff is shooting out at you from the left. And the size of the sun determines the how long the run lasts, and the intensity of the sun determines how much damage the flares do to you and the fuel you'll get out of there. All right, we're going to load up on fuel. Look at my oh, I guess because I'm raising up science. That's what's giving me such a high capacity for probes. I feel like I should just fill those up, right? There. And I didn't want to buy any of these. I don't think that's really worth it. Boom. Oh, these are different types of damage, vaporizer and chemical. Because a battleship, in addition to its nuclear missile and plasma beam, has these bombs here. Vaporizer bomb 1, so I could change that to a different kind of bomb. All right, I've already got a vaporizer bomb. These can't have bombs. Like, each ship has specific things that can go into these slots. Look, I can get... Oh, right. All right, so this... Well, whatever. I can basically put more modules in these ships because they've used what are called expanders, which give them more space. So each row can only take certain kinds of things. So if I use this slot here, it opens this row up further for more of these things. So I could be looking for science and transport modules. Let's actually see if there's anything here. No, there's not, right? This is just a crappy little civilian outpost. All right, we are leaving this outpost. Now we're going to go from the Comets system to my desktop. And sorry, I've completely missed everything you guys have been saying in the chat channel. Sorry. Lord Kosk says, I wish to uninstall this game. You want to uninstall this? I really like this little thing. Why do you want to uninstall this, Lord King of South Carolina? All right. Oh, sorry. Jay Strickland asked if the minigames require a controller. They do not. Furthermore, you can set them to mouse only, keyboard only, mouse and keyboard, or controller. I kind of foolishly put everything on controller, which is why all of my men burned to death when I beamed aboard a distressed scout ship. And I really hope that the developer puts directional input with an analog stick into this, because it would be so much easier to move the lander around and to move around during landing parties. But otherwise, you can do everything with a keyboard and mouse. And I probably should be doing that, because crappy tank controls, like in Resident Evil, that tends to be a little more manageable with a keyboard, where you have discrete inputs for rotating and moving forward. When I'm doing that with an analog stick, sliding around between rotating and moving forward, trying to hit that sweet spot between rotating and moving forward requires, it does a lot of sloppy movement, and I can't quite line things up. Shoot, I should look up if only I could figure out what the command input is for using and firing weapons, which I'm sure is in this PDF over here that I haven't looked it up in. But you do not need a controller. All right, come with me to my desktop. How do I do that? Here we go. All right. We now are going to open up random number generator. Here is the document. We will also, of course, include neutral observer Ashley Parker so that everything is fair. And here we go. From the Washington Post. All right, let's go through real quick. Also get this up here. I'd like to be able to see what you guys are saying. All right, let's look over the votes here. Lord King of South Carolina says, the game's just too in-depth for my liking, which is why I liked FTL for just the right amount of content. Simple, tight. Left Empty says, beyond the galaxy map, it looks to be quite casual. Yeah, it is very casual, but there's just a lot more stuff to hoover up, basically. Well, I say casual, I didn't even get to show you guys the combat. The combat is because ultimately you're trying to get to a super difficult battle at the end of the game. The combat is arguably the heart of the game, and the combat is kind of hardcore in that it's real time, and there are charge up times for every weapon, for every special ability, and that runs in real time, but the game automatically pauses every time something is ready to be used. However, you're moving your ships around during that. The combat, I think, is a bit of a mess. And maybe that's just because I haven't figured it out very well. All right, Brigador is great. It's in very good shape. Starcrawlers, ew, Tony Tusha. It's basically an Eye of the Beholder in space. One of those party-based move around on tile games grid. But it's got decent enough JRPG combat. Early access, come on. Oriental Empire just got a patch recently, Fred. I'm just gonna break even on that. This I looked up looks really cool. I can't believe it's like 2 years old too. I never even heard of that. It's like some open world. I don't know if it's open world. It's like a kind of a neuromancer adventure game, sci-fi thing. This, of course, looking forward to trying that. We need to go deeper. Speaking of goofy mini games, early access. I don't know what to make of this. Seems like it'd be terrible at streaming, but I am curious to get a look at it. President-elect. That's an early DOS game, right? Strange Adventures in Outer Space. Well, since Space Rumsfeld voted for it, I can only assume it's a troll. Sniper Elite. Great work from Rebellion. Dawn of Discovery. Yeah, although I don't know why you wouldn't pick, what's the last one? AD something 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 7. Pharaoh and Cleopatra. Eric Geithner. Save the Date by Paper Dino Software. I think this is one of those things, Meta Baron, that I know nothing about, and that's how it's supposed to be, right? That I'm supposed to try this at some point knowing nothing about it. So, I don't know. Yes! Left Empty. Just go ahead and get that. There we go. There we go. Dead Cells. Early access. Dominions 4? Huh. Alright. Steel Division. There. All right, lots of naysaying. Sorry, you guys could again vote for anything you like, but I might naysay. Lord King of South Carolina said he Googled Ashley Parker and came up with a large amount of shirtless dudes. What? She's a Washington Post writer. She's one of those awesome people who has all these inside sources about the Trump administration. Like there are people in the White House who are more than happy to talk to Ashley Parker as long as they're sourced anonymously. Ashley Parker and some other folks whose names elude me. I just remember Ashley Parker because of those expressions on her face when Sean Spicer was burbling on about the Holocaust and comparing it to the attacks on civilians in Syria. All right, here we go. We've got 19 choices. Wednesday at 6 p.m. Pacific, I will be live streaming. Tom MC says, I almost voted for Strange Adventures. It's very much in the spirit of this game you're playing now. Yeah, Strange Adventures, not as spreadsheety, right? Like it's more mini-gamey, kind of loosey-goosey. Star Control 2 is another thing that the developer said was an inspiration. This is basically like, hey, what if Star Control 2 had a whole mess of spreadsheets under the hood? All right, here we go. Wednesday, 6 p.m. Pacific. Join me for a live stream of Off-World Trading Company, the Jupiter's Forge DLC. Oops. Oh, yes, and Lord King, South Carolina specified the campaign mode. So, of course, that's what we want to look at. So join me for that, 6 p.m. Pacific, Wednesday. Off-World Trading Company from Stardock and Mohawk Games, the recently released Jupiter's Forge DLC. I can't promise you're going to see. I have not played that in quite some time. They even have the Mars DLC they recently released. I only barely dinked away at it for less than an hour, I imagine. So expect some fumbling around, but the campaign mode is relatively friendly with that. So there you go. Join me for that on Wednesday at 6 p.m. Pacific. All right, so this has been, I have to look it up, Fleet Armada Rogue Adventures, of course, more commonly known by the acronym SFARA, S-F-A-R-A, yeah, SFARA, available on Steam for, I don't know what they're asking. I'm going to guess $9.99. Let's just essentially see how close I am. As far as store page, it is, oh, man, down to the penny. I'm really good at this. If this had been Prices Right, I'd have been walking away with like a free barbecue set and a living room sofa set and a vacation to Haiti and maybe even a yacht. Oh man. Currently it is. Oh, no one even. It only has four user reviews, so no one has anything to say about this one way or the. Oh, Brian Rubin gives it a thumbs up after 5 hours playing. Yeah, so 4, 5. Yeah, okay, 5 people like this game. Well, count me as 6. So there you go. Thanks everyone for watching. Come on back Wednesday and we'll take a look at the DLC, the latest DLC for Off-World Trading Company, and I'll see you guys then. Cheers.